Okay, happy Thursday. Hi friends, welcome to another video. So it was actually Hannah from the Clockwork Reader who inspired me to do this challenge. So it's called Do I Have That Other Book? So I believe she said 2 other creators actually invented this challenge, so I will link them below as well as Hannah's original video. I just got off work, so we're having a martini. Cheers. The first question is, do you have a book with a fox on the cover or is part of the plot? I don't have a lot of books, as you can see. This is like all of the books that I own. I try to donate whatever I'm not obsessed with so that I just kind of Marie-Kondo it slightly. And I read most of my books from the library too, so it's going to be really interesting to try to do this challenge with the limited amount of books that I have, but I feel like it's going to go well. I don't know, I just have that feeling that it's going to go well. So I think the only book that I have with a fox as part of the plot would be the Sarah Monette Doctrine of Labyrinth series. It doesn't have like a literal fox in it, but one of the main characters is named Mildmay Fox. So I feel like that's the closest we're gonna get here is with Mildmay Fox. The second question is, do you have a book that was published the year you were born or within a 3-year radius? So I was born in 1992. So I feel like one of my L.J. Smith books would be perfect for that. Okay, so let's just see it. So this is the Night World series. Okay, no, it was 96, so I'm 1 year off. It needs to be within 3 years. Let's see what else I have. Okay, so I also have Dark Visions and the Forbidden Game. Maybe one of those would work. Oh, 95. That one works. Dark Visions. And 94. This one's even closer. So Forbidden Game. That counts. Okay, so the third book is, do you have a book with music as a weapon or magic? A martini is really just a vehicle for me to get olives into my mouth. Music as a weapon or magic. I feel like This Savage Song by B.E. Schwab would be perfect for that, or Victoria Schwab, but I don't think I have the physical book. Oh, I know. Okay, never mind. I was about to say The Name of the Wind counts, but he just plays music. I don't think there's any magic involved with it, so I have The Golem and the Genie. I don't know if the genie actually uses music as magic. Okay, I don't know if this one would work. It's like I have so many books with music as like the main plot or like a really big part of the storyline, but I just don't, and this isn't even mine, I'm borrowing it from a friend right now, but I don't think I have any that use it as a weapon or magic, so I think that's a fail for that one. Number 4 is, do you have a series with mismatched covers? And I think this counts. Oh my god, this is so heavy. Can you see it? I think this counts because like all of the covers are black except for Kingdom of Ash, which is gold. So I feel like that counts as a mismatched cover. Number 5, do you have a book with a shapeshifter? Yes. Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, which I think is the same book that Hannah used in her video, but it's like the only one I have that I can think of off the top of my head, and Tessa is the shapeshifter in it. Number 6, do you have a book signed by the author? Yes, I do. I have the entire Nevernight series by Jay Kristoff, and they're all signed first editions. I don't know how I lucked out and got signed first editions, but like, can you imagine how many books he signed? So like, signature, signature, signature. So I feel like that counts. By the way, if you haven't read Nevernight, it's like such a good series. It's one of my favorite. I like to describe it as like Harry Potter mixed with like Shakespeare, and there's a lot of like sex and swearing. So it's like sexy, sweary Harry Potter with like a Roman revenge plot mixed in as well. It's so good. Okay, number 7, do you have a book with a mostly red cover? Yes, I do. The Adventures of Don Quixote, which is all red and very, very old. I haven't actually read this all the way through. I've started it. It's just very like, I mean, this was one of the first books ever written. It's just a little dry. I do want to read it at some point, but yeah, it's still on my shelf for now. This is like hard work to like get up and pull all these books off the shelf. Must stay hydrated. So number 8 is kind of specific. It's, do you have a book between 287 and 306 pages? 287 and 306. So this one is too long. Natural History of Dragons, that's too long. I think Wuthering Heights might fit. Let's see. 272. It's too short. Okay. Maybe The Secret Garden? 277. No, it's too short. Okay, I feel like this could be it. Surely one of the Lord of the Rings books. If I can get them out of the box. Okay. Oh. 388. That's too long. Okay. This is tough. This is a tough one. Oh my god, I found one. Okay. I'm From Nowhere by Suzanne Myers is 291 pages. Yeah, we did it. This is a great book, by the way. I got it as an ARC when I used to work at a bookstore. But it's just about a girl who goes to stay at like a boarding school, and she kind of sneaks out and plays guitar and stuff, and I just love anything with music in it. It was a fun little read. Okay, number 9. You have a book with a main character who wears glasses. I think I might be a fail for this one. Yeah, this one's a fail. Like, all I can think of is Harry Potter or like Simon from the Mortal Instruments series, but I don't have either of those books, so yeah, I think this one's a fail. Number 10, do you have a book with a title that has the same number of letters as your first name? So my name's Sarah, 5 letters. Okay, this one's also a fail. I do not have a book with 5 letters. That's really hard. What books are there that have... Comment below if you know a book that has 5 letters in it as the title. Number 11, do you have a book with cybercrime or technology as a plot point? Cybercrime or technology. The only one I can think of is Oryx and Crake. Yeah, like this is the only one I can think of, Oryx and Crake by Margaret Atwood. And like technology isn't really the main focus, but I guess it is like a post-apocalyptic world of like what happens when technology and science go too far. So I feel like maybe that counts. Close enough? I don't know. Number 12, do you have a book written in another language and translated into English? Yes, I do. Okay, The Vegetarian by Hong Kong. This is such a weird little freaky book, but it was such an interesting read. So I think it was originally written in Korean. Yeah, translated from the Korean by Deborah Smith. So yeah, it's about a woman who suddenly just becomes grossed out by all food, and I think it starts with meat, but then eventually like all food and everything just slowly starts to gross her out, and she just eats less and less food. It's a really interesting like twisted psychological dark story. Very short, quick read as well. 13, do you have a book written by an Asian author? I feel like I don't want to use Hong Kong again, so I'll see if I have others. Okay, I have The Wrath and the Dawn duology by Renee Adia. I think that counts. She's like American Korean, according to her Wikipedia bio, so I don't know if that counts. I also have Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. So I guess those are both Asian authors. Which, do you know what I love? Is that the main character looks like Sabaa Tahir. Like if you look at the picture of her on the back, I just feel like she got to be the heroine of her own book, and that's so cool. Number 14, do you have a book with a moon on the cover? I was looking at A Court of Frost and Starlight, but it doesn't have a moon anywhere. Okay, I was looking at Shadow of Night, which is the second book in the Discovery of Witches series by Deborah Harkness, because it has a sun on the cover. Like technically it has moons on the spines. Like I think that's Christopher Marlowe and Queen Elizabeth. Does that count as moons? I'm gonna count it as moons. It's not on the cover technically, but it's on the outside of the book. Number 15, do you have an illustrated children's book? Yes. This is Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss, a classic. I got this from my aunt and uncle when I graduated high school, and it says Party Edition, and like I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's got like a holographic book cover. So cute. And they wrote, Sarah, wherever you go, remember where home is. Aw, so sweet. Number 16, do you have a collection of fairy tales or myths? I do, actually. I have Grimm's Fairy Tales. I don't know why I have this book. It's so old. It's got like a stain on the cover and stuff. I'm sure this is like the book that I had when I was a kid. Yeah, I don't know why I have Rumpelstiltskin tabbed out, but I do. Maybe something I did for school? No idea, but yes, I do. Number 17, do you have a sci-fi fantasy with an alliance between races? The obvious one would be the Infernal Devices series again, but I want to see if I can find something else. Okay, I guess I'm going to use A Discovery of Witches for this one by Deborah Harkness, just because I want to showcase it. I feel like people don't talk about this series enough, even though there's like a TV show out now, but I love this series so much. It's so amazing. Like, if you like reading books about history, this was actually written, I think she's a historian in real life or some sort of history professor, so just the details and the depth that she goes into just to make everything as well researched and thought out as possible is so great. But yeah, the main character, Diana, is it Diane or Diana? Yeah, Diana Bishop, she's a witch, and then her love interest Matthew is a vampire. And then there's also daemons, which are like kind of fae-ish. Not really, but there's daemons as well. So it's more about them staying apart than forming an alliance, really, but I guess the witches and the vampires form a bit of alliance when they fall in love, so I think that one counts. Number 18, do you have a book with a narrow front cover? Which means a paperback with a front cover that is slightly trimmed shorter or narrower than the rest of the book. Yes, I do. I really thought I didn't, but I do. Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. I think that's what they mean with this bit being a bit shorter. So yes, I do. Oh, and I guess Celeste would have counted as another Asian author as well, but whatever, I have a few. Number 19, do you have a book that includes the first chapter of the sequel? I'm sure I do. Okay, yes, so Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. I think all of them do, like the first one probably does as well, but yeah. Feyre's journey continues in Court of Wings and Ruins. Yeah. This is my favorite, probably my favorite book of Sarah J. Maas's in total, although I mean some of the Throne of Glass series books hold a really, really special place in my heart, but I just think this book was so well done, so well written. It's my favorite of the trilogy, for sure. Number 20, do you have a book with a broken spine? I immediately thought of my Tale of Two Cities book by Charles Dickens, because yes, like, can you see how broken it is? I actually bought this from a used bookstore, so it already wasn't new when I bought it. It was in fairly good condition actually, but I really tore it apart because I don't know what it is about Charles Dickens writing, but it took me like a year to read this book, and it never takes me that long to read books, but it was just, it's not meant to be read quickly, so I didn't read it quickly. But yeah, literally the only reason I read this is because it's talked about by Will and Tessa in the Infernal Devices series. It's literally the only reason, and it is good. I didn't mind it. It was okay. Okay, bonus question. Do you have a book that covers 3 or more of the above prompts? I think The Vegetarian counts for this because like it's mostly red, kind of like it's got a lot of red in it, and it's translated from a different language, and it's got an Asian author, so I think that counts. If you'll let me count that as mostly red, then I think this one counts. Okay, oh my god, that was so fun to do. I really enjoyed that. I watched Hannah's video during my lunch break, and I was just like, oh my god, I need to do that because it looks so fun. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will probably do more book tags in the future whenever I feel like it, just because this was really fun to do. Thanks, bye.